Hey guys, my name is Peter. I'm here at the Porter Ballroom in Portland, and I'm going to be showing you a digital demo on the XR18 and the way that I'm routing audio sends and returns through video conferencing software. And I hope it can be useful to you, and I'll walk you through all the steps and how I get there. Alright, so the first thing we got to do is to set up our mixer, and because this is a digital mixer, it's a little bit different. Obviously, you could tell it doesn't have any faders or any pan pots. So what this is just essentially a head box. It looks like a stage box. So I have one lavalier mic that I'm currently wearing hooked up into channel 1 on input 1. Channel 2, input 2 is a handheld mic that I have to send multiple signals in, just so we can show the bus really doing its work. And then I have the input from the laptop, which is my dummy, it's my mock client laptop, which I'll swivel for just a second to show you from afar. It's that one way over there. And that is going to be the hub for our video streaming and broadcasting. So this is taking the audio in from the output of that laptop. And from there, it gets a little bit farther off the mark from analog. Because the send, what our microphone input is seeing on the laptop, our client laptop, is actually this USB send right here. And this can be used for recording on the XR18, and it also works for this functionality too. It's kind of like having a USB audio interface. It takes this USB-A type and it's just a converter to a USB 3. And it sends the signals you tell it to down the line. And because my laptop is so far away, I have this USB active powered repeater, because USB 3, they're rated for something like 16 feet before the signal degrades over the length of the cable. So this will give us an extra run, and that's how I'm able to extend it so far. And then from there, it's just my left and right, my PA, just like any other normal PA setup. So here are my two wireless receivers that I'm using for these mics. We're going to go ahead and follow that wonderful line that I've run across the room. So professional. Beautiful. So we're going to take a look at the software I have running on this client laptop, and you can see I have my audio out here, just a 1/8" jack, and this is where the USB is actually sending the signal, and the laptop will automatically recognize it as its microphone input. One caveat is it will recognize that it has the input, but you do have to tell it to take this signal as the microphone input. I'll show you right now. So we are here in our Zoom call, and just make this full screen. I want to go to my settings real quick, and here you can see is the audio output. I've got it muted on the other side so I'm not hearing it. And you can also see my mic levels, and if I make my lav live, you can see it coming in. So what you have to do is when you're in this system, it says same system here, and you can also take the microphone. This is the option that is the built-in mic on the laptop. So we just want to go to the XR18, and it pops up automatically. I didn't have to do anything for the device to recognize it. I'll check it out on a Mac too and make sure that it actually recognizes it automatically. And the speakers need to be actually not the X18 speakers, because we don't want to send it back through the USB. We want it to be this independent run that we've already got our XLR out of the 1/8" jack right there in the laptop. So now that we've got those two settings, everything should be working fine. You can see audio coming in already. So from there we have our head amps and our digital processing coming out of the XR18. And the controller, instead of having the physical controls, obviously you have a mixer via your laptop. So my laptop here, you can see on my screen capture, I have my main layer, so I'm on my main layer here, and it tells me I'm on my left, right. And I actually have a mic live that I've already set up. It's this lavalier that I'm wearing. So I'm going to go live on my pack here, and now you can see there's signal coming into my channel 1, and it works just like any other live PA would work. Beautiful. So turning this off, and just for extra certainty, I'll take my handheld mic and I'll also bring it up, and there she is. Beautiful. So we have the signals live in the room, and I'm going to go ahead and mute this real quick. So our signals are live in the room, and we are on our left to right main channel here. So everything is groovy in terms of the live presentation. What we need to do is take these signals, which are going to our left right, and duplicate them on our USB send that I showed you on the X18. So that would be in our I/O page up here. So if I click on my I/O, it'll give you the input for the analog inputs, and this is fine. We've already routed all this. What we really want is the USB sends, our outputs. So we have the normal setup, 1 through 18 going here. What I want to do is send it all to a bus so I can process it all at once, and I can lump it together pretty much like any other aux send, and then send it out that USB line. And since I have 2 mics, I can do this with as many mics as I need to as I have inputs, but since I have these first 2, I'll just take these first 2 and go to bus 1, and now they're both routed to come out of USB output on the X18. Alright, so I will get out of here, and then with my X18, my layers are all on this side. So right now I'm on left right, and it shows I'm highlighted main left right. I've already labeled this bus output as the mic zoom out, and I'm using Zoom because it's a pretty familiar software, and it's free for most of the functionality unless you're doing extended and large meetings. So anybody can test on it, and it's been fairly reliable in my tests. I've also tested out 5 other video conferencing softwares. Blue Jeans is one that's a little bit less known to me. I also did Skype, Google Hang, Meet, and a couple others that I think I'm forgetting at the moment. So what we want to do is get to our mic zoom out, and we still have our mics here, and we'll get to this in a second. But our levels have changed because we need to send them out to our client laptop via USB. So I'm going to give it a little bit of volume. I'm just going to go right up to 0 dB on both of these, and chances are the volumes are going to be pretty different because, as you can hear in the PA, if I mute my lavalier mic and I make my handheld go live, it's quite a bit louder with the right mic technique. That's just the nature of the capsules. So this may need to get adjusted. Alright, so now I can see that I have signal coming into here on my mic zoom out bus. So in theory, we are good to go there. Okay, so right now I have a terrifying number of instances of my zoom up on my other devices. And I've got screen capture going so you can see me. Here's my iPhone version of me looking at myself. Here's a Mac currently recording, and also the client laptop, which is woefully empty because I'm sitting here next to the mixer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the room and then unmute the audio on the various devices so you can hear it in the room, which will still be recording with the camera, but you don't want to have more than one instance with a live mic or live speakers because the feedback is pretty intense, as a lot of you know, just having messed around with video conferencing software. Anyway, I'm getting into the demo. I'm going to leave these screen captures going so you can see what's going on and where I am at each moment. Okay, so this is me speaking from outside the ballroom with my iPhone, and now you can hear. This is my... Hello? Hello? You can hear it lately. Check, check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2, 2. You can hear the lavalier coming through. Hello, hello? Hello? I can actually hear myself through the PA if I hold my phone really close to myself. same deal. I'm talking on the Mac, and you may be able to hear the audio coming through. I can hear it through the wall. I'm trying to be kind of loud out here without, yelling down the hall. I also have my handheld mic, and I can hear myself coming through on the Mac, walking through the halls here. Okay. And you may have been able to see some of these levels spiking here. I know this isn't exactly an ideal angle, but I'll make sure to get a screen capture and let you look at some of those levels coming through when I'm outside in the hall. Hey guys, I'm here in quarantine mode at home right now, but I just wanted to clarify one thing. It is that the method that I used to route the audio on the XR18 via USB is what is usually referred to as a mix-minus send, and it's called a mix-minus because on an analog console, many of you might know this already, you want to send everything through the aux send except for the signal that you're getting in from the caller, because if you send the signal that you're receiving as an input from the caller into the aux, then you're sending it back out to the video conferencing software, and then you end up with a feedback loop where the caller is hearing themselves. So you subtract that part, that's the minus part. And the part that I'm going to try and show here, just mousing over my software in the screen capture, is the exact same concept. But it's pretty simple because the aux in this case is just the bus that we set up called the mic zoom out. So we just don't send the zoom caller's channel that we receive the audio in to the bus. And so we subtract that and we have our mix and we have our minus, and that is the digital setup. Hopefully that was clear and you can get something out of this demo, and I wish everybody the best of luck in their video conferencing setups.